Okay, YouTube, today we have a special treat. The user of the Frosmoth team in one of my most viewed episodes recently has reached out and provided a rental code to the team. And today we're going to try it out. Let's see if Frosmoth lives up to its name. We've already seen how bulky it was against me in that one battle, but we'll see if it can, how well it can actually do overall. But of course, if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help out. And if you want to check out the creator, I'll link Instagram because I don't answer Instagram messages normally. It was just a one day I decided, hey, you know what, I'll check an Instagram DMs, and it was there, and it was the Frosmoth T. So fate must have had it in mind. So let's get started and play some games. All right, we got Steven. We're pretty high up on the ladder. We have a Whimsicott, a Yveltal, a Urshifu, which is really scary actually for this team, the Regieleki, Entei, and Serena. So I wonder what kind of Entei it is. What item is going to be interesting? I have no idea. A Yveltal item is also going to be interesting. There's quite a few options. Urshifu as well. I don't know where the Choice Scarf is. A Focus Sash on this team. Assault Vest. How fast is my Landorus? I don't think it's fast at all. Oh, we're really slow. Okay. We could probably get Trick 'em up with a Mungus stack. I'd imagine they don't have a way to punish that unless the Whimsicott has Taunt, which I guess we could find out. No Lunala is actually very tempting because I actually don't like Lunala in this matchup at all. It gets chipped by almost everything on the team, and I just don't think it's worth it. I kind of want to bring a Mungus. I want to bring Stack right here. The question is, what's my back to? I'm thinking Incineroar Frosmoth, but Landorus also looks very tempting against this team. It does provide a lot of power. Incineroar is a switch, but it just doesn't accomplish much otherwise. Although if the Whimsicott has Taunt and that's a play, it makes it interesting. Oh, I timed out. I thought I had 10 seconds. Well, looks like we're bringing no Stack or no Amoonguss. Two Pokemon I think I desperately need in this matchup. Let's see how this is going to work. As a reminder for anyone who's watching, make sure when you're playing VGC, make sure you keep an eye on that timer. We're going to see Entei, Yveltal. Oh, you know what would have been amazing lead here? Stack. Okay. Incineroar Lunala lead. I'm not getting Trick 'em up this game, am I? I just can't see a way I get Trick 'em up this game. Ooh, this is already such a bad position. Gotta hope I can get Trick 'em off. I don't know if we lit the Dark or a boosted Crunch. I think we probably do. But I do want to get Trick 'em up. I don't know if they have Meteor Beam. Oh, they have Protect on Yveltal. That makes it easier to KO the Yveltal later. Okay. Fake out into the Yveltal slot. Let's see what the Entei does. Snarl? Oh, it's special. It has Eruption. That makes it easier, I suppose. We get Trick 'em up. Okay, let's weaken some Pokemon here. I'm definitely going to Draw Chop and protect the Lunala here because I don't have safe switch into Eruption. Have we confirmed? Oh, I should have checked the abilities. I actually didn't see what went off first. I think Entei probably went off first, but that doesn't give me any indication whether it's Scarf or not because Entei is naturally faster. We go for the Dark or a boosted Draw Chop. No Sucker Punch came out. Snarl. You think it doesn't have Sucker Punch? I feel like that'd be really strange, but what if it's like Dark Pulse Oblivion Wing? Which I could see. It's Life Orb. It could be Dark Pulse. Okay. Hold on. Did my timeout allow me to win this game? We'll find out. Also, getting rid of this Entei is amazing for my Frosmoth, so that's why I'm going to keep chipping it with Draw Chop, and I will go for the Meteor Beam here. Or do they expect that and decide to protect this turn? Because I could double up the Entei slot. You know what? They might. I'm going to double up the Entei slot. They might even have Sucker Punch and just go for it. We're going to see the swap from the Entei. Okay, makes sense. Whimsicott. I might pick up the knockout. Let's see here. Yeah, they protect, fearing the Meteor Beam. Makes sense. Beautiful. So I'm able to knock out the Whimsicott, I'd imagine. Unless this is eject button. Could be eject button. Nope. All right, get a Moongeist Beam off into the Whimsicott. Please KO. I'd imagine you do. I'd imagine so. Beautiful. All right, so Whimsicott goes down. Great. You can't encore me or anything, which is fantastic. Somebody has to come in now. And I get to Meteor Beam the Yveltal slot this upcoming turn and really threaten the damage. I can't believe this ended up working. We're going to see the Urshifu come out. It's Dark Urshifu, though. Really? You have gonna Flare Blitz to your Shifu and I'm just gonna Meteor Beam. If they go for the Sucker Punch, that's fine. That means they shouldn't have a way to threaten the Incineroar immediately, and I break a potential Sash onto your Shifu. 100% worth it. I'm just gonna click. No reason not to. Meteor Beam's pinning a slot right here, and they don't Sucker Punch. So I'm getting a big Meteor Beam off, and I'm breaking the Sash on their Shifu. And even to give me a bonus because I made the right play, they give me a burn from the heavens. But are they going to let me land this Meteor Beam on the Yveltal? Let's see it right here. Are they? We do charge up. And we do land the Meteor Beam. So Lunala versus Yveltal. Who wins in this situation? You would say Yveltal almost every time, but nope, it's gonna be the Lunala here, as we're gonna see U-turn. So it was choice locked. Do you just like have a triple choice lock team? Am I even... I guess Frosmoth is just a hidden boss at this point. I guess Frosmoth is that hidden boss because I was planning to win this game with Frosmoth when I chipped away the Entei. Because let's face it, Ice Beam would have done a lot to Yveltal since it was an Assault Vest and the Urshifu. And I was just trying to put that Urshifu in range. The burn was extra and absolutely not necessary, but we want to go for the Throat Chop into the Entei slot, and we want to go for the Moongeist Beam as well. Probably going to be a forfeit, yeah. I can't imagine you end up playing more after that. Oh, I can't believe I timed out and it worked. I still think my original plan would have been still better, but I can't believe that ended up working. It just ended up being a special Entei set, and the Yveltal I don't think had Sucker Punch in that game, so it just ended up working out. I had to make super risky aggressive. Well, I guess it wasn't super risky aggressive. I literally just like was, or at least did do some things, right? We saw the Snarl immediately and the Protect already, so it was like, okay, if you have Protect, that means you have to drop a move. We saw Snarl and Life Orb, so usually you would want Oblivion Wing on a lot of cases, and then you probably want a strong Dark move, so it'd probably be Dark Pulse. So by that deduction, just no Sucker Punch, and I think I was right. I don't think there was Sucker Punch in Yveltal, and it just ended up working, I guess. Today's video is brought to you by Keeper Security. With all the recent hacks, including Facebook, Instagram shutting down, including Twitch being hacked, now is the best time more than ever to protect yourself from these cybersecurity threats by keeping your passwords safe. Try out Keeper Security down below in the description with the link and using the code BEASTCOAST to get 30% off your first purchase. All right. Why? Like every single battle I've played with this game or with this team before recording has literally been a Yveltal or a Shadow Rider Calyx. At least there's no Dark Urshifu with this one because I've literally only faced that. Okay, Landorus Eye, the Tapu Fini, Yveltal, Incineroar, Celesteela, and Regieleki. Frosmoth, it's weird. It has two Pokemon it can do well against, one Pokemon it does all right against, and then two Pokemon it absolutely hates facing. So not sure if I want to bring it. The Celesteela is actually kind of problematic because I actually have no idea how I'm going to really break through that Pokemon. I think I want to go like Incineroar or Moongus lead, actually. I do like the Incineroar or Moongus lead. I think it is the thing that gives me the most offensive, or at least the best way to start pivoting and start prepping for like a hard hitter in the back. I don't know if I'm bringing Stack in this because there is a Landorus, which is really scary. The Fini can also be threatening if it's Calm Mind. So I think having the Frosmoth with the Lunala in the back is the best thing that I can have. I don't think Eleki is going to be brought, so I don't think I need Landorus at all. Landorus is okay against the team, but I don't know the speed tier on their Fini, and it doesn't have a move that can really hit Yveltal hard, especially if it's a Solvus Yveltal. So this is going to be a tricky one, but we'll figure it out as we go along. We're going to see Fini Landorus lead. Okay, interesting lead. Did I lead Frostmoth? No, I led Incineroar Moongus, which is okay here. Okay. So I don't know if they have sub. They would probably want to stay away from Fake Out into Spore turn 1. So my best play is probably to get Frosmoth in, which is pretty dang good if I say so myself. Unfortunately, Fini's super light here, so I don't know if it's really worth it for me to target into the Fini slot. So I think Frosmoth is the call. The question is, what do I want to do with my Amoonguss? Do I want to go for a Pollen Puff right here? Do I want to go for the Spornolanders anyway? I think I would go for the Pollen Puff. No, if they Madness, it would be not the Incineroar, I think. So, Grass Knot damage. You know what? Let's go for the Grass Knot damage. We need a bit of damage in a Feeny, especially if it's like a support set with like Heal Pulse and Screens. So, just having damage on it is still really nice. We're going to bring in the Frosmoth. They actually stayed in just to Earth Power. Nope, they did not. What? I was like, wait, what was that damage? Did you see how little that took? Okay, I need to calm down because that was like no damage taken. We got a Grass Knot off in the Feeny. There is a Leftovers variant on the Feeny. Oh, that Feeny is going to be hard to damage, but overall should be fine. I kind of want to go for Struggle Bug right here. Or Ice Beam. Ice Beam's not a bad play either. The Incineroar is a pretty obvious switch, I think, for them. So I kind of want to get a Struggle Bug off. And the question is, what do I want to do with Amoonguss? Do I want to swap here? Do I want to go for another Grass Knot? Another Grass Knot's not bad here. Ooh, yeah, let's get another Grass Knot off. I don't think I need to Pollen Puff at all in this position, at least yet. Land is going to protect, okay, to figure out what move my Frosmoth one I'm going to go for. Okay. We're going to see Feeny go for another Icy Wind. Completely okay here. I wonder if they're trying to get an Earth Power KO into my Amoonguss after another Icy Wind, which would be scary. Unfortunately, I just don't have a swap for the Amoonguss switch other than maybe Lunala, which I might actually go hard into because if they Earth Power, that means I get the KO on Landers, which is still pretty nice. The problem is I have no idea what they brought in the back. It has to be Yveltal, right? I think Yveltal, maybe they have no Incineroar and maybe it's like Celesteela in the back and that would explain what they're going for. And I'm getting some beautiful damage in the Feeny right here. Like every damage does matter on that Feeny. So we're gonna go for an Ice Beam now. Looks like they have no switch-ins. I'm gonna swap into Lunala. With the Shadow Shield, we should be pretty safe to go into Lunala and we won't take an abysmal amount from the Earth Power. I feel like a Earth Power is gonna do like 70% to Amoonguss. Might knock it out in this position. I will switch out Amoonguss. They didn't swap Landers, so Frosmoth does get a KO in this case. Let's see. Lunala does come out here. We're gonna see a Earth Power. Feeny protects. Okay, that's interesting. So it's protect Icy Wind, so probably Moonblast Muddy Water. Sludge Wave coming out. Okay, that works out for me. I guess they want damage into Frosmoth. That's fine too. I wish I Pollen. They do no damage. Ice Beam gonna come out into Landers. Goodbye, Landers. That's a big KO right there. Okay, I really think they didn't bring Incineroar in this matchup at this rate. Or did they have Incineroar? I feel like they did, but they're not bringing it out. Well, they had Eliki. They had Eliki. They had Yveltal, which we see here. Okay, now I got to figure out a position because now this is a little bit scary right here. My best play is probably to go Incin right here and just protect my Lunala. I have no idea what kind of Yveltal that is, though. So we'll bring in the Incineroar. I need to find a way to probably get a Spore off into the Yveltal. So I might Parting Shot out and go Amoonguss the following turn. Snarl's going to come out, which makes sense. Luckily, no Oblivion Wing. Could have went for Struggle Bug, but I don't want to risk the Oblivion Wing. I don't know how much Oblivion Wing would actually do to Frosmoth, but I don't want to risk it. We're going to see Muddy Water. Good call on their part, covering the switch here. So Incineroar's going to take a decent amount from this. Yeah, but not too much. Because Feeny doesn't look offensive here. I can always heal back my team with Amoonguss if properly prepared. So I'm going to Parting Shot out the Yveltal. And I'm going to swap into Amoonguss right here. You might be wondering, why don't I just click Fake Out? It's because I feel like the -1's actually going to be important right here for me to start healing my own Pokemon with the Frosmoth. Oh yeah, also the Feeny's at -1, right? With the Struggle Bug earlier. Right, I see the swap from Yveltal works out for me. Incineroar last reveal. Okay, why did you give up the Landers then if you had Incineroar is my question. I mean, we'll take that. So we get to go Amoonguss here. Misty Terrain's also going to wear off, which is actually a really important factor to be considerate about too. So we bring in Amoonguss. We're going to see Muddy Water once again. Yeah, that's fine. Big damage to Incineroar. I can heal it off with Pollen Puff. Crit on Amoonguss is okay here. We'll heal back with our berry from the Incineroar, and we can bring a Lunala, I think, and click Meteor Beam into the Incineroar slot. I just don't see a reason not to do that. Well, actually, there is a reason not to do that. We don't know if the Defini's faster. Defini's faster goes for Icy Wind. That could get followed up with a Throat Chop, and that would actually be pretty bad. So we are going to go Lunala here. I could pin the Incineroar slot by swapping out my Amoonguss into Incineroar. Although I don't really know if I like that option. The Misty Terrain does disappear as I expected. Flare Blitz should not KO, especially if I'm able to get this thing to -2. I'm going to go Incineroar here, and I'm going to click Spore into the Fini slot, I think. Or do I just want to... Yeah, I want to Spore the Fini slot. Because I'm expecting Fake Out anyway into Amoonguss. Potentially a Flare Blitz, and then I could Pollen Puff up my team, I think. Like, I'm in a pretty good passive position. We do have to watch out for crits, though. We do have Akaberry on our Amoonguss, though, so we're very comfortable with taking attacks. And, ooh, very nice. Getting the Yveltal on the switch is really good here. Okay, that's an amazing catch. And they parting shot out, too. Awesome. That ends up working out perfectly. So we get a free Spore off in the Yveltal, and then afterward... So this is Fini coming in. The problem is that Fini's actually healed up quite a bit. We're in for a long one, aren't we? So Spore into the Yveltal slot. They want to get Misty Terrain up to try to prevent sleeps, but unfortunately it doesn't work out for them as I am able to slow down the Yveltal. The bear or the leftovers is going to heal on the Fini. I am going to swap out Incineroar here into Frosmoth, I think. Because if I go Lunala and they wake up, it's actually pretty bad. I wanted a free Spore swap into the... I wanted a free Spore into the Yveltal, but only when Lunala was on the field. Now it's still a little bit awkward. I'm going to Pollen Puff here, actually, my Incineroar slot. So I can heal my Frosmoth from all the damage I'll be taking. So bring in the Frosmoth. We're not going to take much from the Muddy Water, but we should be taking a decent amount here. From the... Okay. I mean, we would have healed the Muddy Water damage anyway, so it's really not a big loss here for them. Yeah. So we have recovery as on the Frostmoth. So this Frostmoth is healing quite a bit here. We go for Struggle Bug, I'd imagine, and maybe we want to catch the Incin here? Trying to figure it out. I think Struggle Bug's my 100% my play here. I guess we just get a bit of chip, right? Just a bit of chip into their Yveltal slot. They're going to stay in. I'm surprised. I don't get why you're never going Incin, especially against two Pokemon that are weak to Incin. You're risking your Yveltal. Unless it's Policy and my opponent wants a Policy boost. That's the only way I could really explain it. But here comes a Struggle Bug. I really can't tell based on the damage of what item that Yveltal is. Here comes a Pollen Puff into the Yveltal. They really can't break through this. They really can't break through this. You know what? I'm going to Struggle Bug again, and I'm going to Spore the Yveltal slot. Because it just makes sense to me. If they're going to try to... I think they're just trying to wake up Yveltal, and I think that's fine for me. They go for Muddy Water once again. Okay, that's fine. Because at this point, they're really not going to be able to do much damage to me at all. Like, I am walling their team with the Frosmoth. This is literally unbreakable right now. If they go into Incin, yeah, that's fine for me. I have an Akaberry on my Amoonguss, and they're wasting their own Misty Terrain turn, so I don't mind this position at all. And I'm pretty sure this is Moonblast Fini, so we go for a Struggle Bug right here. We're going to go for a Spore once again. I just don't see a reason not to. I don't have to Pollen Puff all this little HP right here. I could start getting Grass Knot damage, but don't really feel like it's necessary at all at this point of the game. So I'm just going to keep Struggle Bugging. I'm just going to keep going for the bugs. I'm just going to spread out this damage. They're going to finally swap. I don't know what took them so long. Okay, Incineroar comes out. That's fine. It might be getting too late, though, because this Fini is racking up on these special attack drops. And next turn, I just go into my Incineroar here. Although they do have a chance to wake up with Yveltal in the upcoming turns. Icy Wind is going to come out into my Amoonguss. With the Akaberry, I think there's no shot that they can KO me without a crit. Unfortunately, we are playing that kind of game here, though. Which is unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. Here comes another Struggle Bug. So Fini really shouldn't be catching any damage with a Muddy Water right here. and I should be able to get in Incineroar safely and Pollen Puff it up, which is pretty solid. And then I can heal Amoonguss with Regenerator. So we are playing a really slow game with Frosmoth, but overall we're trying to build up towards an end game or a position where I can go for Spore now if I really want to, but I'm not going to because I don't think I have to. They could also make I can see the Yveltal Parting Shot play again this time around as well. So I'm going to heal my Incineroar. If they give me the opportunity to heal Incineroar, I definitely will take it. So I'm gonna go for the Pollen Puff into the Incineroar slot and switch out into the Incineroar. So let's see what they decide to go for here. It looks like they didn't swap the Feeny, which means they did open themselves up to a potential Spore, unless they're parting shotting out again. They might be trying to take the KO on Amoonguss, but with Aqua Berry finally coming to play, because I've never used Aqua Berry until this point. Muddy Water coming out. Okay, it's not on Incineroar. Okay, no crit on Incineroar. Beautiful. I do have to dodge one more crit. Accuracy drop's actually pretty annoying, but can I miss Pollen Puff? I probably can. Fire shot into the Amoonguss. That's fine ish. Okay, this could get a little bit tricky. This actually could be the tricky part here. This should be Yveltal. Well, it can only be Yveltal. And then we're playing this. The thing is, I am chipping their team slowly but surely, but the thing is they have Oblivion Wing probably on the Yveltal, so they can heal back the damage. Okay, I do get the Pollen Puff into the Incineroar here. Very nice. Heal back all that yummy HP. Just makes it easier to switch in later. And then I'm going to Parting Shot out again. At this rate, I could win on timer too. I'm not trying to win on timer though. I'm trying to win in a position where I just get a safe Lunala in safely. Click Meteor Beam into the Yveltal slot. That's all I'm really trying to aim for. Because I want to try to snipe the instant or put the Yveltal into range where it's just taking... where it's just not doing too much. Oblivion Wing here, so they finally get a big move into my Frosmoth. Did I say big move into Frosmoth? It must have been a mistake right there because I don't think that was a big move. Muddy Water once again. Incineroar dodges. Okay, pretty nice. Muddy Water gonna come out into the Frosmoth. Another accuracy drop is actually kind of annoying. Oh, I missed a parting shot. Ah, great. I have to risk some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna parting shot again, and they're gonna Oblivion Wing here. Can't really do too much about it though. I'm gonna Struggle Bug parting shot once again. That kind of sucks. That actually really does kind of suck. I have to get Amoonguss into Pollen Puff. I was trying to get Amoonguss into Pollen Puff earlier, but now I have to do it again, and this is gonna make it harder. Yeah, we're gonna see the Incineroar come out. Although, is there an opportunity? Actually, there could be an opportunity. Depending on the situation. It has Heat Wave. Oh, you don't even want to know what I was feeling throughout that Heat Wave turn. Okay, we were able to get a Struggle Bug off. Good. We get the Parting Shot off. Fantastic. Okay, this is doable now. This is doable. Now I switch out my Incin. I get to go out into my Lunala right here, and then next turn I'm going to swap into Incin once again, have Fake Out Pressure, and start doing some things with my Incin. The problem is Frosmoth took a bit more damage than I would have liked, but okay. We are going to go back into Incin right here. Protect the Lunala is a very safe play. And then I'm assuming my Lunala is going to be faster than the Incin, and I should be able to get a Meteor Beam off here and hopefully pick up a knockout into the Incin slot or get a lot of damage in a Feeny, which is also acceptable in this position. So we'll find out. The fact that this Yveltal has Heat Wave, so we know it's Assault Vest 100%. So it's Heat Wave, Oblivion Wing. I don't think we've ever seen the dark moves yet, so I'm assuming it's like Snarl, Sucker Punch, but we'll find out, I guess. All right, protect Lunala here. Now we can finally get into an offensive position in this game. There's a Snarl. Okay. So now we could Meteor Beam we can Meteor Beam either slot. Snarl. There is the crit. Doesn't really matter here. They Parting Shot out my Lunala. That's fine. I wonder if their Incin even has a dark move. I don't even know if I KO the Yveltal, but I am going to go for the Meteor Beam into Incin. It should always KO the Incin, even if it's a Assault Vest. That would actually be kind of close. Yeah, I should be way faster than their Incin, unless they're like max speed. They have to be like max speed, I think, jolly. Yeah, they have to be jolly. We're gonna fake out the Yveltal. We're just gonna Meteor Beam. I don't know if they're gonna swap here. They're gonna swap the Incineroar, which is a good play on their part. They're gonna go Feeny, which is okay because I can play around it. I can go Amoonguss afterward, protect Lunala, and then go Incin, I think, and Amoonguss again for Spore. Just getting something off this turn. I wish I faked out Meteor Beam to Yveltal, but I was just not risking the Dark type move from the Incineroar slot critting me. So we will get a Moongeist Beam off here. Or not a Moongeist Beam, a Meteor Beam here into the Feeny. Big damage into Feeny. Oh, Timer. We might actually just win on Timer at this rate. I might take the win on Timer too. I mean, I was just trying to build up for a Lunala win con, but at this rate, I don't see like a safe way. Yeah, I think it's just better to go Amoonguss here and just protect. Because like, I think the safest way is to win by Timer. Yes, I could also Timer stall this part, but right, I am going to try to win without it, but I will take the win con if we do get that close to it. Because I'm going to have to force them to play passive to even stay in this game. If they play aggressive with Yveltal, they are losing this. Snarl once again, which is fine. Okay, and the Feeny goes for Muddy Water. No surprise. I guess an accuracy drop on Amoonguss could swing this game a little bit. Okay, good. 2 minutes till the battle ends. Down 4-2. I don't see how they're really going to go through this. I actually think I go Frosmoth since they're not going to Oblivion Wing the Lunala slot, actually. And I'm going to Pollen Puff. Yeah, I'm going to Pollen Puff my face. If they Heat Wave here... if they Heat Wave here... I don't even know, man. Would Heat Wave KO? Because I got a parting shot off earlier. I don't think it would. It's actually funny because they're taking the time. I'm going to get my Frostmoths back to healthy. I'm gonna get my Frosmoth healthy. Yeah, because I think in order to stay the game, they have to not take a Spore, so they're gonna swap into Incineroar. And this is why I wanted to get the Pollen Puff into my Frosmoth, because I don't want Muddy Water crit on Incin. Although I don't think it KOs at the range I'm at. I still rather play it super safe. So we will bring out the Frosmoth right here. And let's see what they're gonna go for right here. Haze coming out. Okay, that makes sense because they want to prevent that Intimidate. Or they're resetting their special attack. No, he hard swapped in earlier, right? I don't remember if the Feeny slot reset its special attack stat drops. I mean, I win the game anyway. I actually just straight up win the game. But you know what? For the sake of sportsmanship, I will give them a chance to pick up a knockout onto my Amoonguss. Or do I? I mean, I do win here. I do win. Literally, they just couldn't break through the Frosmoth. You know what? I'm taking the win on Timer. I'll take the win on Timer. I mean, I think the safe play is just to go Incin here. But if they Muddy Water crit my Incin and then Flare Blitz crit my Amoonguss, although it's super unlikely for that to happen, I guess I could theoretically lose to that with the Timer. So I'm just going to play the full Timer here. Because it will just make more sense. So I'll play out the clock until like the 2-second mark. Yep, and then I should have this game sealed. Yep. Wow. The unbreakable wall. I told you it was so hard. Like this Frostmoth was just absorbing my attacks earlier. And then I couldn't do damage to it. And now we get to use an action. And guess what? They couldn't break through it. They had Heat Wave Yveltal. And they couldn't break through the Frosmoth. And I was like... oh my god, when I saw the Heat Wave, I had no words. I was like, there's no way, because they don't run Heat Wave normally. It's like Foul Play, Sucker Punch, Snarl, and then Oblivion Wing. And I probably still could have won even if there was like no timer stuff, because as long as I just tried to build up to a position with Amoonguss being able to Pollen Puff. The only thing is there's a lot of chances for my opponent to get crits. Luckily, they got crits on like moves that were pretty useless at the time, like Muddy Water against Amoonguss and like Snarls against Amoonguss. Or Incin, but overall just able to bulk it out, I suppose. I was just trying to find a position, but I just never saw a position where I could really get in Lunala until like that late game. And unfortunately, like I wasn't able to close up because their Feeny was just healing way too much from leftovers. And that is gonna be the end of today's episode. Frosmoth, so bulky. When I saw Heat Wave on Yveltal, I started to sweat, but don't doubt the Frosmoth. Man, this thing was a beast. While it might not have been the most exciting the game to watch, let's be real, it's super interesting to see Frosmoth, a Pokemon with some of the worst defensive typings in the game, literally one of the worst combination of defensive typings in the game, just wall an entire team. It's kind of crazy. But if you did enjoy the episode, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. You could go try out the team. I don't know how long it's going to be there, but the creator did send it out, and you could go check out the Instagram, a link down below. That's where they messaged me, so make sure you go check them out in the description down below. But of course, you can follow me on my social medias. It would help out a lot too. While leaving a like down below, leave a comment down below, as I said before. But otherwise, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.